Welcome to another food adventure with Getting Lost. We are today doing another re-release of an old video. This one is about the food around Jalan Besar. As you can see, all the different types of food available around Jalan Besar. And this is because the MRT actually opened up new stops along the Circle Line, and one of those stops is actually the Jalan Besar MRT station. So because of that, I'm really releasing another video here about the foods that you can eat in along Jalan Besar. So I hope you enjoyed it, hope you enjoy it, and look out for the new series about all the foods you can eat. In the meantime, enjoy this old video. The first food we're going to try is actually Caesar cut curry rice. How to get there is we start at Farrer Park MRT station. We go through the gates here, walk towards the end of the path and turn right. We are looking for exit I to City Square Mall. So as we are walking, on the first turning on the left, take the turning and keep walking along the underground passage. If you have watched my previous video of Bersih Food Center, you will notice that we are actually heading in the same direction. Yes, we are actually going through the mall and the same way as the previous episode, because we actually passed by our first stop while we are going to Bersih Food Center. So we are going to reach the City Square Mall now. We will go through the entrance of the City Square Mall and keep walking through the mall until you reach an escalator. Take the escalator up and keep going until you reach the top. Okay, at the top, keep going straight. Keep going straight. Then turn right. When you turn right, you will see the exit that we are looking for. So keep walking until you pass the exit and head towards the traffic light. When you pass through the exit, you should see Kitchener Road in front of you. So basically, you need to walk along the side of Kitchener Road. Okay, as you walk, you can actually see Mustafa in the distance there. Mustafa is actually a good place for you to go for late night shopping. They're open 24 hours. You can get all your necessities over there, your daily necessities. And electrical goods, they actually sell a lot of different things there. So basically, we're going to cross here and walk along City Square Residence condominium pathway. And once you walk past the pathway, you will see a row of shop houses. At the end here, this is the shop that we're looking for. Okay, so what's unique about this shop is that instead of using a knife to cut the ingredients in front of you, they actually use scissors. So for example, if they have a pork chop, they'll use scissors to actually cut the pork chop into bite sizes for you. Okay, and so here's the shop itself. That is the counter with all the food. So basically, you line up in front of the counter there. Okay, you have a plate of rice. You decide whether you want to eat there or take away, and then you choose the dishes you want. And then later they'll put in curry sauce, and then they put in the stewed pork sauce, and then you make payment at the counter on your left. This is the dish that I actually ate. Okay, as you can see, I actually ordered this is a ngoh hiang, and then I ordered some pork chop, and then some stewed pork belly, and then in the curry sauce, they put in some curry sauce, and they also put in the pork belly, stew the sauce, where they actually stew the sauce in the pork belly, and then you eat it together in one whole goopy mess of goodness. Okay, we're going to head to the next location, which is Sungei Road Laksa. So we'll start from the Caesar's Cut curry rice shop. Basically, you cross the road at the traffic light, and then you cross again over here and walk along Jalan Besar. For those of you who don't know, Jalan Besar is actually a Malay word. Jalan meaning road, Besar meaning big. So basically, the road is big road. So you're going to walk along this road and keep walking. Okay, and across from when you're walking along Jalan Besar, you will walk past this place here. This place here actually serves dim sum for the supper crowd. And many people do come here at night time for their dim sum. But for me, I felt that their standard has dropped a lot, so I don't really visit there. Anyway, so continue walk along Jalan Besar until you reach the per se food center. And in my previous episode, you will have seen me went in there and try all the good food there. But we're not going to go there today. We are going to go instead. We're going to walk past per se food center and walk along the road. So basically along Jalan Besar, at where you see the per se food center, you turn left and you walk down the road. Okay, so Jalan Besar is again another Malay word. Jalan for road, Besar meaning clean. So basically this is a clean road. Anyway, right in front of us is where we're going to find our Sungei Road Laksa. It's a coffee shop, and on the left hand side is where the shop is. Okay, so this is the shop that sells Sungei Road Laksa. It's one of the few shops left in Singapore that actually cook their laksa using charcoal. Okay, one thing is that the proprietors of the shop do not like people taking videos or pictures of them. So I've come back during their off day to show you the shop so that you can go there and eat it yourself. Okay, and here is the laksa. Okay, so basically, for those who don't know what laksa is, you have a curry mix and you put it into a stock, and then you put in coconut milk, and then you also put in chili sambal to make it more spicy. Then the ingredients inside, you have cockles, and then you also have thick rice noodles, you have fish cake, you have bean sprouts, and then you also have a laksa leaf that you actually put inside there. And then also in Singapore, the noodles are cut into manageable lengths so that you do not need to actually have a chopstick to eat your laksa. You can actually just eat it with a spoon. And all this for only $3, which is quite affordable in today's prices. But for me, I felt that I prefer my laksa with more coconut milk. Okay, so if you do come here and the laksa is closed, what else you can try is you can actually try the roast meat here, or at the end of the road there, they actually sell mixed rice. So you have different ingredients. You can actually add vegetables and meat and put it into your rice. But what we're going to try today is actually Sungei Road roasted meat. So you can have it with rice or noodles. For me, what I chose, I chose noodles. So basically, this is what I chose. I chose wonton noodles, which is egg noodles, and together with char siu, which is barbecue pork, and siu yok, which is roast pork. And this is the dish itself. Surprisingly, the portion here is quite big. They give you a generous portion of char siu, generous portion of siu yok, and the noodles is also quite a big portion, and so it's actually quite enjoyable and they actually do their roast meat well here. So even though you don't get to eat the laksa, which is one of the popular laksas in Singapore, you can actually have these wonton noodles and not be disappointed, because they actually do it well here, especially their roast meat. The next place is we're going to start again back at City Square Mall. Okay, but this time we are going to cross Kitchener Road instead. So we're going to cross Kitchener Road and walk along Verdun Road. So at the moment we have just crossed Kitchener Road, and the road to my left now is actually Verdun Road. So keep walking along the road, and then across where you're walking you will see Verdun House. This is the location of our next food, which is we're gonna order mee pok noodles dry. Okay, so this is the shop that you're gonna order from. So you just queue up there, make payment, and then take the noodles dish, and then come back to your table and eat it. Okay, what's special about here is that it's the chili sauce that they put with the noodles. Basically, they actually put a lot of ingredients in the chili sauce itself, but the chili itself is not very spicy. So it's one of the places where, you know, if you ask for more chili, because that's where all the flavor is. And I felt that even though they actually put in a generous portion of the chili, I felt that the noodles sometimes did overpower the chili sauce. But overall, the noodles were firm and the chili was very flavorful. From our noodle shop here, we're going to walk along Sam Leong Road and walk all the way down towards the end to find another wonton noodle shop. Okay. So the noodle shop is actually at the end of the road here. So you just keep walking and you'll find the famous wonton noodle shop, Jie. Okay, and the noodle shop is actually at this coffee shop here. So basically what you do is you go to the counter, place your order, they'll give you a number, you go back to your seat, you wait for them to deliver the noodles to you, then you make payment, and then you enjoy the noodles. So let's have some. And here it is now, Jie Famous Wanton Noodle. Okay, so basically you have again wonton noodles, which is egg noodles, and then you also have quite flavorful and tender char siu. Okay, and then you also have wonton in a soup, and then deep fried wonton. With a chili sauce. Okay, first of all, I do like the wonton that's in the soup. It has a nice balance of wonton skin and the filling, and it's actually quite tasty in the soup itself. The wonton, they actually do it quite well, and then the noodles is actually quite firm. The char siu is actually quite flavorful, and you also have the deep fried wontons, which help to add a contrasting texture to your noodles. Overall, quite an enjoyable noodle dish, and quite tasty too. Yep, char siu, tasty and tender, not bad. Here is again the coffee shop. Okay, basically what I want to show you is that if you walk past the coffee shop, on your right is actually Jalan Besar. Okay, and if you keep walking down at the traffic light, across the traffic light is again Beach Road Caesar's cut rice. Caesar's cut curry rice, which was the first dish that we tried earlier. Thank you for joining me for my food adventure today. Even though we were wandering around a bit, but the food that we actually tried is worth our walking around. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you like what you see, click the thumbs up button, share, and subscribe. And join me for my next food adventure.